go, dudes. Hopefully this turns out to be all that we want it to be. Talking about a FL350 Honda, Rotax 670, 2-in-1 pipe, dual carbs, electric start. All the motor mounts, supposed to be everything besides the radiator hoses and fuel lines to get her done. So let's see, dudes. The motor's supposed to be freshly rebuilt. Cross your fingers from home if I cross your stunners, and let's see. Thank you so much. We're gonna get headed back. Big old 2-in-1 pipe. Muffler, snowmobile clutch. All the electronics jetting. Ooh, fresh Rotax 700. 2-in-1 custom built aluminum gas tank, oil reservoir, electric start kit. Oh man, we're gonna have some fun. Start putting them in the truck for me, bub, in the back seat. Should have plenty of room in there. I'll bring the motor. Dang. Ready to get the radiator on there too. The mount. Awesome. Dang, dude. Sweet project. Oversized aluminum radiator, FL350. Custom, boys. Boom. Freshly rebuilt Rotax 670. I don't know, guys. You think it's going to be as fast as a stock FL? Let's see. 2 of these carburetors. Come on, boys. About 100 horsepower. Come on. It's on the back and in the... Oh, dudes. Damn. Kidding me? Our neighborhood's never going to look the same after I ride down the road one time. We'll have to go through all this here in a little while. Come on. Oh my cat god, what are you doing, Cobb? Just cat napping back here? Try. You being cat lazy or is it puffy eye? You got the puff eye. You being cat, you sleeping out here? All right, boys, got this Rotax. Got to set the timing on it. I've never done it before. Never messed with one of these motors. Didn't even realize what Rotax meant, apparently. So, but I think an old boy just YouTube certified me. I'm gonna try and leave all this on and just pull these 4 and see what happens. I've got a degree wheel here. Hopefully we can get her timed up. All right, we got her lined up. 140, 72, that's the closest I can get her. I believe she's good to go. Okay, on to part, you know, when I bought it, I adjusted the rotary or the valve timing. I'm hoping it's supposed to be at 71 degrees. That's all I could find. There's the motor, 670 type. Told me it had an electric start kit with it. You got a big old fat electric starter. And I just don't see how this is gonna work. I mean, there's no gear on this unless this is supposed to, clearly this wouldn't rub on the side of it. Like, come on. I'm just trying to figure out how to put this damn starter on it. It didn't come with a pull start. It said it had an electric start kit. I found that plate and got excited for a second, but that didn't do anything. Unless the electric starter bolts to the clutch side, which would be crazy. Oh, maybe it spins the clutch. I'll be damned. I got all this crapola with it. I'm not seeing how this is an electric start motor and it doesn't have the damn pull start. That's my luck. These brackets wouldn't be to bolt the electric starter or adapt the electric starter in it by any means. I don't see where there's any type of a... There's a pickup coil in there that I need to get out. But I don't see like a a gear that bolts onto the flywheel or anything. Unless it spins this clutch somehow, which would be crazy to think that it would just rub on. Oh, the back side of the clutch. Okay. Now we're making some sense. All right. All right. Okay. Now you speak my language. Okay. Let me see. See if I can figure something out, boys. Hold up. Suspect I haven't got the right part. So I did find this clutch with the gear on it. So, and the starter meshes up with it. I found this bracket. Maybe there's something wrong starter or the wrong bracket. I can't find any place behind the clutch that this lines up to bolt, and it doesn't even fit the starter. Maybe there's something else. Let's go see. Dang, old son. All right, guys. Found the old hardware. About to bolt on the stator and the pickup coil, and we're gonna slap that bad boy on, seal this thing up, and we're on to pretty close dropping her in there. So I got the pickup on. I don't like that gap. I wonder how I could. Wonder if there's a way to. There must be a way to shim it. Maybe it needs a washer or something in there. Oh, that back piece may be a little adjustable. To make our workspace a little bigger, too small. We're gonna go ahead and take this radiator off. Guys, we painted this bracket black for the electric starter. Look at there, boys. We're gonna get this bolted on. Bubba, I need 2 bolts that'll fit this. Parker, I need 2 bolts that'll fit that bad boy. Then we're getting our, we might do the power valves right here and then install it. We got the clutch on. We tried to put the clutch on once the motor was sitting in there, and that wasn't happening, dudes. Got the electric starter on there, boys. We're gonna put on these little power valves for the exhaust, I guess. And then we're gonna try and set this monster in there. Are those needles, are those holes that'll need, maybe that's where the oil gets pumped in?
Oh yeah.
We got the belt on. We got the motor mounted in the corners so far. She's tight fit, boys. She's tight. I guess we'll have to extend this a little bit to make it hook up to the starter. Pretty sure I got that on there, right? Daggone, boys, look at the size of that. Centrifugate clutch. Boys, there's one of them carburetors. Brandon. I mean, let's go, Brandon. There you go. They're gonna fit. Just never be able to put an air filter on them as long as I live my whole life. Oh, you know what? Actually, this used to house the air box, bro. Oh, it can't come off because of this. I wonder if if there's any way to get some filters on that bitch. That's so ignorant. Yeah, I know. That's how they do it in the sky. So now we got the custom manifold going on, and then the pipe bolts right on. You got to put it in this way, guys, if that's giving you any trouble. And also, you're going to want to make sure your clutch is on before you put your motor in. That's something. Should we wire the starter up, bro? Because once we put this pipe on, it's going to be a bitch to get to it.
Yeah.
Got the old electric start working. Hey, this is how the guys up north do it, I guess. I guess we're going to no filters on this bitch. Come on now. We need some air filters. We're going to have to figure out some way to bend a tube to go to that where it'll still get flow. Or we're going to have to make a new mount for this forward reverse gear selector. One or the other. Because there's about no filters known to mankind that are going to go in between there. We got the exhaust manifold bolted on. We're about to throw the pipe on. Belts on. Motors mounted. Got the reed valves cleaned out. Coil is mounted. The flywheel's on. We're making custom. What is this? This is just a full-blown motherboard. Right? Making a full custom motherboard out of this old piece of just scrap metal. That's what it was. And we're gonna hopefully have spark here in a second. We run the wire to the starter, which is decently shorted out against the exhaust. We're gonna have to do something about that, bro. You see that?
What's that?
This is gonna be turning on the exhaust whenever we crank the starter. See that wire?
Yeah.
See, it's tushing it a little bit. I bet we could just bend that, huh? Yeah, we just grab that and bend it. A whole lot of bending. We had to bend a couple things. We took the Sawzall and bent that off. I mean, chopped her off on it. So we got the fuel line run to this clear line and a filter. Put that down on the bottom of the tank. Boom. Now we're gonna put this lid on. We're gonna get the tank mounted here in a minute. And the other motor mount, I guess, and then the pipe. Got the motor all freaking mounted up, boys. Shoot, dudes. We think we got what it takes here in a minute. We're just gonna run it no exhaust, just make sure you can hear the engine better that way. That's common sense. No exhaust, you can hear the engine better. You can tune it better.
Yeah.
Getting this old heater hose, aka radiator hose rig. About to put that radiator on. Should be test firing this bad boy in a minute. So we may have to switch some fuel pumps. I may end up taking the fuel pump off of this Rotax because it's the same kind of thing. It has a pull, a push, and a flow. And it's what's usually on these 350s. I may end up using it if we can't get this thing to prime up and work, but we'll find out here in a minute. So we primed her up because we got the fuel pumping finally. But I feel bad about having a dry engine. So we're getting this sucker on. But we went ahead and funneled some to her. We're gonna get a brief start, I think, with no pipe on it. You ready back there? Feeling safe? You wanna wait till it's pumping fuel out, or? I don't guess it'll matter. It'll get that air out of there, huh? Hopefully she fires up. She might be a little loud, boys. All right, ready? Tell me if you see anything in the filter. Damn, dang, dudes, look at that fuel cell. That's pretty crazy. All right, ready, give her a shot. Tell me if you see her getting up in there. See any fuel in that filter yet? No. Filter's dry. Oh! Uh-oh. Shoo! Shoo! I think these springs just go right here. They just hang. Just gonna want to dangle those. Dudes, we fired it no pipe a minute ago, but she ain't quite primed up yet. We're gonna put the radiator on it. You can break it in faster if you don't use the radiator. Yeah. Get it to operating temperature real quick. I've never even had an exhaust with all the springs on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's the, you got some baling wire, right? So this is the whole Far Racing kit. I guess he used to sell a rebuilt motor, pipe, intake, carbs, fuel. He's literally radiator, fuel tank, electric starter kit, the brackets all mounts to the factory mounts. I mean, pretty neat. All right, boys, first start attempt here. All right, let's go ahead and do I seen some fuel squirt from somewhere, but let's go ahead and prime it from that. In that clutch, you hear it? Yeah. Alright, so I gave Orion a good old government bailout just a minute ago. Because the first time we got it running, old boy tried to put the wires together and zapped himself pretty good. So then we turned the idle way up and we fired it back up before we realized that we still didn't have a kill switch on it. But we were able to choke her out with our hands. So cutting some of this bar stock, make a couple brackets for this muffler because they're just not fitting right. And this one back here, making a little bracket for that. And we should be putting on the radiator and giving it a test flight. Getting the radiator put back on. This old spill tank right above the head. Feels natural.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you some good scissors. Like seriously, these are some of the best that you can get. Filling her up.
Trying.
Can you get it right here? Yeah, buddy. Hold on, I'll push it over a little. All right, boys, here we go. Got the exhaust on, the radiator, the fluid in it. Started right up, boys. No more clutch rattle. Got a fuel pump situation solved. Man, that sound good, boy. Turned off, pissed off. We tightened everything, right? Holy shit, dude. Next is, after this heat cycle, we're putting the seat in it. Maybe trying to free the front brake up a little. I think just riding it'll do that. It probably just warped. We can definitely, yeah, there we go. We're gonna break that in, get it nice and hot. Probably grease this one before we ride it. We'll pull it outside and do it here in a minute. Oh, the starter's moving?
Yeah, it's falling off.
Oh, hey. Oh, bro. Suck, dude. Better hand choke it. I'll help you. At about this time, Jared dies test riding it because the throttle hung up. Oh, Ryan's like, hey, that's testing and tuning, brother. This is how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you can die. Sometimes. Yeah, Chad blew the switch immediately, dude. We might need to put some fuel in it too before I ride it. Guys, the 670 Odyssey, pretty much done. We're wiring up the fan on the thermostat, and that's pretty much it. Banshee BW, I'm gonna get them carbs synced up probably tomorrow or the next day, and adjust the floats and adjust the jetting a little bit, and I'll get you guys another riding video of that. I'm gonna start that mini truck build time. So you can barely see it, that badunkadunk of it over there. All right, come on, boys. Pretty beastly. Dang, dudes. That is crazy. For sure. It's fun. It's smoking them old tires. That's one donut. Let's see what she does. Gotta break these tires in. What's your first reaction?
Fuck me, dude.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
whenever you got in the grass and nailed it, I was just watching. I was like, oh my God, I need that.
Drive it real
I
quick.
just wonder, like,
The throttle hung on me at one point in that donut there, Bull.
I'm just wondering, like, damn, is this bitch gonna sling the CD joints and shit apart? Like, that's a lot of fucking power. No,
I
I'm
can't
not
believe
scared
the
to ride
belt
it, but I
grabs,
don't want
but-
to. I
What?
really don't. No. I'll record you. I don't want to ride it because I don't want it to break while I'm riding it.
No, dude, I think the motor can as solid as anything I've ever had.
I'm talking about breaking axles or something.
Well, that ain't your fault. I mean, just give it a little putt-putt. Don't do nothing stupid. If you are gonna get her sideways, do it on this strip of shit.
Man, nah, I don't.
High stall, baby. Oh, dusted me, bros. Come on. Not key.
It's the baddest fucking thing I've ever ridden in my life.
It might be, right? It's pretty cool.
I've always wondered what it'd be like to drive like a mini sprint car with a crotch rocket motor in it that they race on the dirt track.
Right?
Dude, this is like gotta be close.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, I just need to run up north and buy like 5 or 6 sleds every winter that are blown up. Because I mean, rebuilding them, dude. I'm sure you can get sleds up there $1,000 that just need
bet,
top
dude.
ends or.
I'm breathing hard like I did something.
I know, dude. It gets your
Like, holy
adrenaline
shit,
going.
I'm all shaky. I'm
It
like,
gets
this
your
a bad
adrenaline going,
motherfucker.
bro. I know what you mean.
That's the nastiest thing I've ever fucking driven.
Imagine the sand. The sand would probably rob it a little bit,
The sand.
but I like the way
I
it
fucking
cranks
just
up
blipped it
and
over there where the grass goes up.
jumped it.
Motherfucker
Cut
gets
some
there
air.
so easy. Like, damn,
Dude, you can
this
launch
bad,
it.
dude.
That little bump right there, I was catching air
Yeah.
on earlier.
I was afraid for it to get kind of nasty in here and like fuck up.
Bro,
'Cause
it
it's
looks
rough.
bad too. The tires are like fucking. You know how they tuck
Yeah.
a little on the bottom? Damn, dude.
Got an exhaust custom made and shit.
Yep.
Just think if it was like come out here and did up like a dune buggy, that'd be wicked.
Bro, look what we've been riding on.
Ah, gosh,
I
man.
told him, put the penny in there, man.
Yeah.
Lincoln's head will still be. There's plenty of traction on that.
You tell me after I just went 175
No, I
miles
gave
an
it a
hour.
couple kick tests. All right, dudes, let's give you a little walk around and we can see what all's on this thing. So everything in front of the seat's pretty much original. The rear end's original. This kit uses the factory Honda rear end. So that's all still original. Came with an aluminum tank that mounts to the original mounts. As you can see there, we need to figure out a spot for that plunger, but for now I got her tucked in. I went ahead and mixed the gas instead of using this oil tank because they had the oil, they had it blocked off on the motor anyway, so it didn't really make sense. There was really no way to use that I know of. It came with this bracket here. The engine, or the tank actually bolts up to the factory mounts. Let's see if we can see it down here. This silver bracket here and the spacers came with that, and then this metal plate that the engine's bolted to, and it had another spacer on the other side. There's another spacer on the other side just like it. He custom makes this to tuck behind the seat and the exhaust. Look at that fit, guys. Pretty good fit. All we did, it bolted up there. We took and made a little mount right here out of a piece of aluminum just to move that a little bit to get it off of the clutch and to give the seat a little more room. Dudes, came with this sweet oversized radiator. Super easy to hook up. It's just 2 hoses. One there and one there. We got the thermostat wired up. Rotax 670 2-stroke, boys. Oh my goodness. Fresh rebuild. We cleaned the carbs. The fuel pump that it came with, we had hell with. I had another one laying around and it seems to be working good. One thing we'll have to do is figure out air filters. There's not much room there. I would take this bracket off, but it holds the shift linkage right there, so I'm probably gonna have to make something for that shift linkage that's a little thinner, or just thinner and taller, so I can get a couple air filters on there and I can ditch that whole bracket. So I'm gonna have to do that before I take her out. Had these new back tires on it, still got the stock front ones on it, and they are freaking mint, boys. Suckers mint. Shoot, boy, get a penny and put it in there and check that tread depth. It's gonna be good, I'm telling you. It's fine. The only thing that I had to get really was fuel hoses for all this, which I already had most of them. I had to pick up this heater hose, but I bought extras so the next time I'll already have that type of stuff. And a battery. Put a new battery in it. Now you turn on the key. Down here, flip that key on, go right there, boy, hit that stop button there, boy. I'll put it in neutral. Hold the brake there. Come on now. Come on now. Dude, look at the size of this clutch right here. If she's running off on you, you gotta have the presence of mind to give her a reach back. We're gonna relocate that as well. Woo, get up in there, boys. Be sure and like and subscribe. That Odyssey's right out there. 6,500, somebody own it. I'll ship it to you too, but you gotta coordinate it, you gotta pay for it. So, if you guys are interested, let me know. BW Banshee, I got the carbs off. I need to adjust the floats, rejet. I'm gonna get you guys a riding video. I got a mini truck out here. Hold on one second. I got a mini truck I just picked up, and we're gonna get it going. It's 4-wheel drive. This blaster's almost done. I got a 300EX video coming, Scrambler 500 video coming, and then shoot, all hail, praise Dale. I don't know who put the number 3 on there, but we finally got us a 4-wheel drive Suzuki Carry. So, or this is a Hi-Jet, 4-wheel drive Hi-Jet with AC. So we're gonna get it cleaned up, put a fuel pump on it, put some off-road tires on it, and we're gonna see if it'll drive across the pond. Appreciate you dudes for watching. Still trying to find a swap motor for that jumbo Hi-Jet back there. I seen an FZ1 today for $700, but it was carbureted, and it's like a 2002 model, and I just don't think it would have had the, I don't think it would have had that that we're looking for, you know what I mean? Get up in there, dudes. Share these videos to your friends. Whew, this was a good deal on this Rotax 670. And if you're in Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, shoot, Kansas, New Mexico, hit me up if you got a good deal. Let's make it happen.